Welcome to another edition of Smart Chat, YouTube.com. We're talking sports. And we're talking about the trade that my Nets made and who they acquired with the Nuggets there. Denver will send Kenneth Faried, Darrell, a 2019 protected first-round pick and a future second-round pick to the Nets for Isiah Whitehead. And couple of things, and looking at it at a Nuggets point of view, I guess. Really not sure why everyone is saying that that was a bad move for the Nuggets. Some people were. Mike Malone really hasn't let Faried see the floor since he took over in 2015. I think for the Nuggets point of view, this was a salary dump, and Faried honestly deserves to be on a team where he will get some minutes. Enter my Brooklyn Nets. And Faried, he played on the U.S. national team. He was a good player. But you think if you're a Nugget fan, isn't Faried and Arthur enough for Whitehead, right? When you think if it's a salary dump there. And I don't think that Faried was ever really injured. I just think Mike Malone wasn't a fan of his for some reason. But the Nuggets are notorious for giving out bad contracts. Wilson Chandler, Danilo Gallinari, Faried, all had really, bad contracts around the same time. Gallo was hurt last year in L.A., okay? Faried, Chandler, and Arthur are all free agents after this year. So, might as well move them now, I guess, if you're a Nugget fan. And, Faried, what he does, he dunks and rebounds. I think he's a double-double guy. 10 rebounds, 10 points type of guy. Does Denver need him when they have guys like Millsap, Lyles, Plumlee, who you could say maybe do much more? Contract was not the best for Faried. Nets point of view, you got to respect the Nets for what they're doing to kind of, considering they put themselves in a horrible position with draft picks. I mean, I like the idea to acquire young talent that didn't really get an opportunity to blossom, along with complementary pieces like Faried, right? They had some guys, the Nets did have some guys that put up some decent numbers. Listen, let me go out on a limb. Don't be surprised if the barren Eastern Conference, they maybe are able to make some type of a run at the 8th seed. Remember, the East is very barren. And this is, I know as a Net fan, I know it's because of the conference that they do play in. The top 4 or 5 teams are solid, but the remaining 3 will be a bunch of bad teams that weren't, it'll be bad teams. And I think the Nets, they could have actually made it in 2016 and 17. Some of their games were very close, losing-wise, and they only really lost by like 5 points in some of those games there. Injuries struck some of their players, like Lynn. It will be interesting to see, too, if you're a Brooklyn Net fan like myself, what they could do if D'Angelo Russell can put together a full healthy season with Jahlil Okafor back in shape, getting, regular starting time. So I think this is a move that, it benefits both teams. Both players, it's a benefit. It's a win-win. Hope all is well. Look forward to speaking to you soon.